Bravo. Man, it's just amazing. All your senses are just topped out right now. You know, it's great to be alive.
My name is Ricky Mills, a retired Special Forces officer and the host of Wild Jaeger Outdoor TV. As a Green Beret, my job was to infiltrate into foreign countries by land, sea, or air, using my language skills and cultural sensitivity to accomplish the mission, whatever it may be. As a global hunter, I'm inviting you to follow me and my team of international hunters as we travel the globe on a quest to hunt every country and every huntable game species. This is Wild Jaeger.
All right, folks, this week on Wild Jaeger Outdoor TV, we're focusing specifically on two subjects. One, we're going to do an introduction to John MacCallum. John, welcome to the house, the studio.
Good morning.
But then we're going to dive into how easy it is to cross the pond and actually go hunting in Europe. We found a niche in the market. I called John and I said, John, I'm starting a business. I'm looking for some guys to do it with. Would you be interested? And
I was like, sure. I mean, Ricky and I have known each other since we're probably,
little kids.
yeah, 12, 13 years old.
Look at that guy. Hold him up. Push his head forward so we can see what he's got. Look at that guy. Nice. Congratulations, John. Weidmannsheil, buddy. Weidmannsheil.
So we're finished with the roebuck hunt in Germany. You're successful. You are a successful Jaeger, not a Jägermeister, but a Jaeger, right? And you have harvested your first roebuck. Go back to the United States. What's our next hunt?
The next hunt was in Hungary. We come back across. We go to Hungary. Hungary happens to be this plain, and it happens to be like the largest continent. It has to be the largest concentration of roebucks probably in the world. It's absolutely amazing. And when you're out there and you're stalking around, you hear these barks, right? And you literally think, if this is your first time, you're going to think there's these dogs running around in the woods. But it's not. That's the call of the roebuck.
And he's chasing that female, so you hear that.
Yeah.
And you're like, what is running around out there? And then you hear the female answering back, and she. And they're like, oh, it's on. And then what you do, again, American aggressive hunting, we're trying to bow hunt. You know, I'd rather bow hunt, I think.
Yeah, we're trying to get close. Almost everywhere we go, we try to bow hunt, and if we're not successful, then we transition to a rifle because we only have, a day or two, to make it happen. But we always try the hard route first. It's a lot more enjoyable. I think it's a bigger reward, too, at the end of the hunt.
Exactly. That area of Hungary is known as the breadbasket. They used to call it the breadbasket of the world, but we found in the United States of America we have our own breadbasket on this side of the pond also. But that is where it's huge. The Great Hungarian Plain. It is nothing but crop fields. So you're looking at wheat fields, corn fields. You're looking at sunflower fields, and the roebuck dominates in that area with the largest number of roebucks. It is the number one place in the world to hunt roebucks. So whether you want to bow hunt, you want to rifle hunt, whatever you want to do, you can do it there. You can do it legally in the country of Hungary. Is a bow legal country, and it is fun simply because there's a dominant buck every 400 meters. So if you go out and you look at your farmer's fields, and you go over there, there's a cornfield over there. There's a dominant buck in that field dominating that area. Go to the next field. You're walking down the lane and you're going from one place to the next. You get to a wheat field. In the middle of that cut or knee-high wheat field, there'll be a buck standing in the middle of it, dominating it. And it's just chance after chance after chance. And I think you got to experience that.
We did over and over, and you can be fairly selective. Like Ricky was saying, you know, here in the States, you have bucks that'll run their territory, and you may not see that buck for 3 or 4 days back on your camera again, trying to figure out its pattern, you know, come early November. Those roe deer are almost like rabbits. They run almost in the same group, and even if you see one and you push it out, it's just going to go to the edge and it's going to kind of come back again. It may not come back in the next 10 minutes, but it's going to come back to that same area that it's already dominated. And so we were there. We were 100% successful, I believe, with the rifles. 100%.
13 bucks.
Yeah, that was a good year.
It was 9 or 11 guys, and we shot 13 bucks. We were rifle hunting only. You took your buck with a rifle. It's a great shot. I remember that. I remember standing behind you and videoing it, and we got the shot. And we spent a little bit of time looking for your buck because the round actually stayed in the deer, and it didn't bleed barely anything at all. But we ended up finding it, and that had to be a special moment.
Wir gehen zum Jagen in Ungarn.
Siehst du?
Ja.
Viel Spaß, ciao.
Ja, ciao.
Well, folks, day one, Roe Deer hunt, Hungary. It's 30 July. We're on our way out. We just met our guides. Got split up into two-man teams. The whole English thing's not really happening. The guides don't speak English. Not a lot of German, not a lot of anything going on, so we're going to do a lot of pointy talkie. But, I mean, we're hunting, so we're going to be outside. We're going to see deer. You look at the deer, you look at your guide. Give the thumbs up, you know, they should know what you're going for. 300 gram, 350, 400. It's supposed to be rainy today. It's supposed to improve starting tomorrow. It's all a fact of life when it comes to hunting. I talked before many times about fair-weathered hunters. I don't hunt fair-weathered hunts when I'm at home, so why should I worry about a fair-weathered hunt when I'm out in Hungary hunting roe deer? Roe deer traditionally are out moving when it's raining. They like to eat wet grass. They like to feed. We're in the rut. And in the rut, the bucks are going to be moving. They're going to be chasing does. They're going to be out feeding. They're going to be out doing their thing. We're going to see just as many deer this morning as you would see any other day. So it's going to be a good day. We'll see what happens.
Bravo.
All right, folks, it's 1 August. We're headed out to get another roe deer for John. We're on one of our last days of hunting. Tomorrow will actually be the last day. We could finish out today. Tonight we're going to be going through a traditional Hungarian festival, tradition and culture again. We talked about that, and we're gonna experience that. So we're gonna see if we can't put another deer in the Strecke. What do you think, John? You're going after another deer here in Hungary. What are you looking for?
I think we'll finish today. Looking for right around a 300. Maybe we'll push it up to a 350 today. We'll see what we get. But the goal today is I want to get a little bit closer than the one we got through yesterday. So there's really no time pressure. We've still got 2 days to hunt. So we'll see what we find this morning and see if we can put them down.
Okay.
Itt akartam fent jönni, mondom visszafel a partig.
Batman's Heil, brother. Take your hat off, put it in your left hand. Take the branch with your right hand. Yep. Congratulations, man. What do you think?
Say again?
What do you think?
Well, the deer came in, and you can see from the camera it was a real tight quartering shot. And at first, I was holding the scope on the right hand shoulder, and so I moved the scope over to the left hand and squoze the trigger. You know, took a couple breaths, squoze the trigger. Everything was calm. Felt it was a solid hit. We walked down the hill, and we've been looking now for approximately going on 20 minutes. Not a drop of blood anywhere. Not a drop of blood. But as you can see, obviously it was a devastating shot. But it just goes to show that even a well-placed shot sometimes won't leave any blood, and just have to be persistent. And small circles, keep on looking. And probably the best tool that we had in this was videotaping your own hunts. We looked at that videotape probably 15 times trying to find the exact location of the buck, exactly where the buck went down, where the shot was hit. In 3 of the frames we were able to slow down. We could see the shot, we could see the gunpowder burn. The next frame we could see the projectile in the air, and the 3rd frame, no projectile with a solid hit in the shoulder. So originally we had thought maybe it just went under the shoulder, being that there's no joint there, but obviously it went throughout the body. So did good.
So we've hunted roebucks twice in Europe. You've been to Germany, you've been to Hungary, successful twice, and it's time to move on to something new. What are we hunting now, John?
Now we're going to fly into Hungary through Budapest, and we're going to go hunt some red stags.
Awesome. And what are we hunting them with?
Well, we're going to start out with archery.
Exactly. So what we do at Wild Jaeger is we love bow hunting. That's our super niche. So our niche is hunting in Europe, taking Americans over to Europe. As a retired Special Forces officer, I speak 5 languages. I can receive you in the airport in Germany, and we can interact with the local populace. We normally our pro staff that's arriving there, sometimes a driver. If it's just a driver, he may not speak English, and then we are there to help pick you up, secure you, get you in the car, and get you out to the lodge. All of our hunts have English-speaking representatives at the hunt. Your guide every day might not be an English speaker, but you will have the chance prior to going out to talk about any intricacies of the hunt that need to happen during that day, and then when you get back you can discuss things. A lot of times you'll be out there doing the pointy talkie. I think you got a chance to do that a little bit.
So I was in the service for 25 years, several different countries, here, overseas all the time, constant deployments. You're not as afraid, I guess. There's a little bit of apprehension if you're going to do this for your first time, but there really doesn't need to be. So when you get there, you're going to be received by somebody who's going to make you feel comfortable. You're going to fit right in. There's going to be English-speaking individuals there. You're going to stay at somebody's basically house, or we're going to make other arrangements for you, and you'll be all set. Now, when you do get out in the field, you're going to be with somebody who chances are can't speak a syllable of English. However, you already speak the same language that they do. So you've been hunting, for years here in the States. They've probably been hunting for 10 times that over wherever they are, whichever country they're in. but you're going to be able to work with them and you're going to be able to figure it out because your actions are going to be exactly the same. They use the wind, they use their binoculars, they're scanning for the same things, they're being quiet, and a lot of the stuff you can get through literally by just hand signal. And by the end of the day, when you go and drink your first beer together, you're thinking, man, you're like best friends for real.
And you're communicating in an odd way, shape, or form. You're communicating, and you're communicating actually effectively. And when you do share that beer, after the end of a long day of hunting, you can feel that camaraderie between you and your guide, and it's something special. You're not in Oklahoma, you're not in Kansas, you're not in New York, we're not in New Jersey. We're in Hungary. We just flew into Budapest, Hungary. We're hunting either on the Great Plains of Hungary, we're up in the mountains, and we're hunting roe deer, or we're hunting red stag. And it's absolutely over the top wild. What was it like the first time you heard the roar of the red stag?
So these red stag roar, it's pretty hard to describe until you can actually hear the sound. There's only a couple of weeks a year that these red stags will actually bellow out. So the rest of the year they're pretty quiet. You can see them, majestically on the hills and the mountains. But when they roar, it's pretty intense. It's pretty cool. The hair on the back of your neck sticks up, and you're like, I gotta get close. I gotta get in there. But they could literally be a mile away.
If you were just an American lost in the woods of Hungary for some odd, strange reason, you would literally think like King Kong or Godzilla was out there. You would not want to walk in that direction. And we're out there bow hunting, getting off the plane, grabbing a bow, and we're with our guide, and you're moving toward the sound of gunfire. You're moving toward that sound, and it's as the sun's coming up, it's pretty amazing. So check out John's red stag hunting video here. John, amazing trip.
One of the best trips of my life, absolutely.
What's up, man?
Welcome.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Awesome.
How was your flight?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Be better.
Nice.
You ready for this?
That's the question I should ask.
What are you doing, man?
What's up, dude?
How are you? Hey. Good to see you. You made it. So I heard you got it pretty close today. 50 meters or so.
I was 50 meters, yes. I've been so close every day. It's just
Day 9 for me, day 3 for the group with John coming in, and we're going to get at him. So thanks for coming. Peter, thanks for having us. Good times. Folks, let's go hunting.
Three ends on both sides.
Last day. Last day. It's day 10 for me. Day 4 for John. Morning hunt.
4.5.
Evening hunts have been going like really slow. So really this is the last hunt. 'Cause it's
For
really
you,
got
but the
time
evening
down.
hunts have been better for me. It's been the opposite.
All right.
We've seen
So-
more at night than we have in the morning, and Ricky's seen more in the morning than he has at night.
So we're back at it. Last day in the woods. We got almost a full moon. I think it's kept going over the other side. It's cold out. Drivers are already here. We got to go. Let's go hunting.
He's down. Did you get it on video? He's down.
I see.
That's a very old bull. It looks old. It was very gray. We'll see. It's a big animal, man.
Az a hátsó ága a jobb oldalon annyira kicsi,
Amazing.
hogy nem láttam én se.
You can smell the rut. You can smell it. What a beautiful animal.
The branch they're putting in the stag's mouth is known as the last bite. It's respect for the animal that gave its life to feed that person or his family, or sometimes even a village. And it's to give the animal the energy to make it to heaven.
First stag?
First stag.
Okay.
The branch that John's being awarded here is known as the shooter's branch, and it signifies a successful hunter in a group of hunters. Everyone that has a shooter's branch needs to be congratulated by all other hunters.
So here we are, final day. We started out, we got out of the truck, we started walking up the hill. The wind was, again, just wasn't working, swirling in the wrong direction. So Willie made a decision that we're going to turn around, go back towards the truck, and we came around the other side of the valley. We saw a stag yesterday in this same valley, but it wasn't a shooter. And we just waited. We saw the cows down, actually on both sides, and then we saw a couple of these stags running around. Another stag came out with crowns. So you go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows thinking, oh, another one we can't get. And then all of a sudden this guy comes out and starts chasing his women. And so he chases these stags, and he starts going up, and then you finally hear the words from your guide, you can shoot him. When I first saw him, he was at 150 yards. But then he starts going up the hill, and he gets farther and farther away. And I lays him. My final lays before I pulled the trigger was 318 yards. I wasn't sure of the ballistics. It's not my rifle. It's the guide's rifle. It's a 30-06. We discussed where it was zeroed. Yesterday, the guide said 150 meters. So I held about 3 inches high and squoze the trigger, and boom, right in his tracks. This stag didn't take a step, didn't even know what hit him, and just a majestic animal. What an animal.
Man, it's just amazing. All your senses are just topped out right now. You know, it's great to be alive.
Congrats.
Hoorah.